Good morning. Hope everyone is well. Today I'm waking up with this phrase in my mind, and it can be a mantra also. Take nothing for granted. Simple. And in its simplistic eloquence, it says so much. We should neither take our own lives or anything else, take nothing for granted. Not taking the water supply when you turn on your faucet, flush your toilets, want to take a shower, brush your teeth, cook your food. Don't take it for granted. There's nothing saying that pipes have to be filled with water, or the pumps need to be energized, or the water supply in the first place needs to be secure and abundant enough to feed everyone that wants it at the same time. Don't take it for granted we have enough air to breathe, or that one is even alive. One has electricity, that there is the sound waves and the different kinds of electromagnetic waves that allow us to have cell phones, to have the internet. Don't take it for granted is the message. Being comfortably postured in a location where one is undisturbed, able to focus and concentrate one's mental capacity, is the nature of being prepared for mindful meditation. Don't take it for granted. Take nothing for granted. And in so doing, by not doing this, by not taking things for granted, we find ourselves appreciative. We can find ourselves humbled. And these characteristics are worth their weight in gold. Which is another thing. Don't think things that you have that have value, in quote, for granted either. It's a strange thing to think about this, but 50 years ago, the price of gold was $35 an ounce. And today, it's around $5,000 an ounce. It's gone up in value approximately 150 times. And this says two things. The value in US dollars has gone up 150 times, not 150%. 150 times is equal to 15,000% in 50 years. Since around, let's say 1970. Think about that. Don't take for granted the value of your possessions. Neither taking for granted the value of one's friendships, of one's significant others, of one's children, of one's friends, of one's job. Don't take for granted your health, because it is so very, very precious. And though many in our youth and our middle age don't realize it, don't quite grasp the significance of this, but the human body, as well as the human mind, continues to change. Don't take what you have for granted. Be ever cognizant, aware, and diligent for the good fortune we have, or for at least trying to make the best out of the situation at hand. Don't take things for granted. It is a mantra to keep at hand, close by, to help foster in this feeling of humility and appreciation, and to make the best of what we have, to take advantage and to look with a different set of eyes, to hear with a different set of ears, to caress or to have in one's hands in a different manner, because one is not taking things for granted, but being appreciative and humble. Of course, this can be taken in a melancholy way, yet my suggestion is not. Take it as I would suggest with my own sacred saying as an example. We are here now, bundles of miracles. What does that connotate to one when you hear this? That someone is a bundle of miracles. It is a positive thought. It is the same way when I suggest we not take things for granted, but to celebrate them, to be thankful for them, to recognize their value for ourselves. It is the same when we come to sit and gather in a spirit of mindful meditation, and we find ourselves comfortable. We find ourselves focused and concentrating and becoming more aware of our physicality as a tool, as a means of eliciting a greater sense of awareness for the vitality of life we share. Breathing, pulsing, shimmering with heat and other kinds of energy, with life force, with the vibration of one's 38 trillion cells, one's ecstatic possibilities, one's undulating activity. Take nothing for granted. Being continually surprised, being continually thankful for what we have, humbled before the majesty of this being that we each are, in a universe, a creation which we find ourselves in. It is really beyond words, beyond expression, to how lucky we are. In whatever manner you choose, to being more aware with one's breath, to foster a sense of focus and concentration on the rising and subsiding of one's chest, of feeling the air as it enters one's nostrils and makes its way down into one's upper and lower lobes of one's lungs, and then rises back again and again and again. Being aware of the warmth or the coolness as the air enters one's nostrils. We're supposed to breathe through our nose. That's why we have a nose. Our mouths are more for eating, or if you need to take in larger volumes of air, then one appropriately breathes through one's mouth. But it is through one's nostrils where we warm the air, where we filter the air, and where we become more aware of the air as we're breathing. It is calming to breathe through one's nostrils. It is supercharging when one's breathing through one's mouth. That's it in a nutshell. Breathing purposefully, long and slow, with a sense of not taking it for granted. It is like this in everything all the time. If you say this phrase to oneself 100 times in a day, think about it. How many moments you are securing for oneself of good fortune, of increased vitality, of increased appreciation. If you but say it once, or maybe twice, think how much you are missing when you go through your daily tasks, your daily chores, your responsibilities. If everything you do and have is ushered into creation with a sense of humility and thankfulness, how much more meaningful will it be? Are you helping it to become? Thinking in this way, as one's blood is pulsing through the vitality of one's physicality, one's being, one's muscles and sinews and fascia and bones, one's flesh. Not taking it for granted, but being appreciative that we have all these characteristics of our bodies, of our being a Homo sapiens, of the time of the sacrifices, of the lives of millions of generations of life forms before us, each in their own way adding to what we have become. Thinking in this way, does it not highlight and make more meaningful, even if one doesn't know the purpose? For truly, who knows why and what evolution is? And yet, it helps usher into our own minds, our own mental capacities, a sense of humility, a sense of appreciation. As one feels the blood coursing through one's arteries and returning to one's lungs and heart through one's veins. Paying attention, not taking this for granted. Feeling one's pulse. With practice, feeling one's whole body undulating all at once. As one breathes, one's chest rising and subsiding, one's skin feeling all the while the pressures that are put upon it by gravity. Again, not taking this for granted, for without the gravity pulling us down, our air would more easily dissipate into space, leaving us on a planet devoid of an atmosphere that one has the ability to breathe in. All life, as we know it, would be erased. Not taking it for granted, but being aware, being humble, being appreciative of what we share. You can do this on your own too. You don't need to listen to me. Being in this comfortable posture, focusing and concentrating on our conversation, aware of one's own physicality. And you can do this at the beach or in the car. You can do this in one's own bed or in one's own chair, and should be throughout one's day. It is better to be mindful 100 times a day than it is to meditate for just 1 hour. Surely, the results will be more. Being here now, bundles of miracles, humbled by our awakening awarenesses as we contemplate, as we become more mindful. of everything there is, everything we can think about. Truly, how lucky we are. Appreciative as we go through our days. Appreciative of everything we might take for granted, but we're not taking for granted. Rising, shining before everything, including oneself, but everyone and everything within your presence, feeling the majesty of your presence, of the energy emanating from your being as you humbly and appreciatively go through one's day. The music continues for around another minute. Linger, please, and enjoy it. And enjoy the vitality and capacity of one's own being amongst many times in this day. Namaste.